Hello, and welcome to the Gaia update for Chinese New Year 2022, Year of the Water Tiger. I'm Adrienne Elise. So it was as early as the 14th century BC when the Jade Emperor set out a race between the animals of the kingdom to decide about the Chinese Zodiac. The tiger was in third place in the race. The tiger represents strength and ferocity and determination, a very powerful energy for 2022 and a very different energy from last year, the metal ox. The ox has a strength, but also more of a stability and a stuckness. The tiger brings strength and action. Now, the water element brings an energy of emotionality and sensitivity, but also power. Water can move around any obstacle and still retain its essence. So it's the most powerful element. So when you take the tiger element and fortify the tiger element with nurturing and water, you get quite a powerful force. This is the energy of 2022. It's like a pent up energy of creation, how we've been held back for the last few years. And now we're ready at the gate to begin to access these creation energies again and really move forward. So the tiger is in the category, all of the elements, each of the 12 zodiac signs are associated with a element. And the tiger is in the wood category. So this is another reason why the water is such a strengthening and fortifying energy, because water makes wood grow. So the tiger, in Chinese astrology, they put the pairs together of these different animals. And so there's 6 yin-yang pairs. And so tiger is paired with rabbit. And tiger ends up being in tiger and rabbit, the second house. And the second house is about expansion. And so we're looking at expansion of power and force and energy and movement and change in the world. A very welcome energy that also fits the astrology of 2022. So the tiger came in the third place out of 12 in the race. And this is representing an energy of leadership. The tiger was like a placeholder, kind of a leader saying, hey, you guys can all do this. So tiger is really good at supporting other people in their gifts and skills, and it's a sign of leadership. They're logical and determined, and they can help other people optimize and function in the best way that they can in their skills. So really powerful energy for supernova souls in the year of the water tiger around bringing forward those gifts and nurturing those gifts to come into not just inside, but into a palpable energy and action in the world. Very refreshing and needed. So tiger is, like I said, in the wood group, and it's yang wood. So this represents a tall tree. The yang represents fire or the sun. And the yin of the tiger represents the yin of the water is connected with earth and the mountain. So water tiger is a tall tree on a mountain under the sun. This gives us a really powerful picture of coming into our strength, making the last few years of intensity work for us now, finally being able to move forward with palpable energetic results as we bring forward the gifts of many lifetimes of experience, but also all that's been pent up in this particular lifetime and especially over the last couple of years. So when we're looking at the energy of tiger, it is, in general, the animal medicine of tiger has to do with strength and passion and power and devotion. Tigers are very motherly and take care of their young. They are really intent and dedicated as they teach their children to hunt. It's quite a process. They start hunting as young as 6 weeks old. It takes about 6 months for them to be able to hunt, but it can take 1.5 years or so for them to be able to feed themselves. And so the mother tiger teaching its child to hunt is a very important part of this mysterious animal totem. The tiger is nocturnal and hunts at night. So it's associated with the full and the new moon. And this very much fits the energy of water. So the water is interesting because tigers are excellent swimmers, and you wouldn't think so. But this brings together all of the elements of tiger. It's connected to the energies and the mysterious qualities of water and the powerful emotions that come with water, which is something we could very much see. Powerful emotions sound scary, but at the same time, it brings this welcome release and a freedom. And when something is pent up within you and you finally get to express it, this is the energy and the feeling of tiger. There is a magnificence to tigers, and everyone agrees that they are king of all beasts in the Eastern mythology. They're ferocious. They have ferocity and power, and everyone who sees and thinks about connects with this energy of tiger it stirs a feeling of awe. So tigers are mostly solitary, and they're leaders, and this can also bring an energy of loneliness, representing the one who goes their own way, the one that follows their own path and does it their own way. It's often a lonely path. So this very much fits the energy of supernova souls being leaders and inviting us to find the beauty, the glory, and the strength in this quality within us, and stepping back into our full expression of who we really are. So tigers are sleek and powerful, and we look at them and the fur and the way that their muscles are poised for action at any moment. This has a sensual energy to it, a connection to the body, and tigers have been associated with sensual or sexual energy throughout history and mythology. In Korea, the tigers are seen as the king of beasts. In the Hindu mythology, the tiger is sacred to the goddess Kali, and she is the goddess of creation and dissolution. So everything with this tiger energy is pointing to creation energy, which is so powerful because we're being shown in our current world situation that if we don't claim back our life force, our vitality, and our immune system, then there's little hope for humanity. So the year of the water tiger comes at just the right time. Tiger medicine, when you have a dream or you're working with the medicine of tiger as a totem animal, it brings new adventures and awakens new passion and power in life. So this is definitely fits the message around 2022, 222, adding up to 6, 2 3s, and 3 is this number of creation. So it's about bringing our creation power together to begin to create this world that we know we want to see. It is the time this year for supernova souls to venture out into the world. Find your place to be and find your people and get to work on the projects we came here to work on. So some of the themes in the Chinese Zodiac of around tiger has to do with this magnificence, this grandiosity, the charms of the tiger, this leadership, similar to what we would see of the lion, regal, impressive, competitive, lots of courage and ambition, bravery. Also, the tiger has been associated with revolutionary ideas in Chinese astrology and associated with the sign of Aquarius. So we're looking at having the confidence and power behind us again and within us to be able to really move forward in life. Now, this is part of the energy that in the Chinese Zodiac they associate with tiger, is that if you're willing to take risks like the big leap into the new dimensional energies, into the Aquarian age, that can pay off huge. But it's kind of a like go big or go home energy, you can, but there's definitely an energy of risks, taking risks, paying off in a big way. So it's time, we're being pushed out of the nest and into the new energies. And this is the perfect accompaniment in this Chinese astrology. So tiger is also associated with passion, with creative passion, creative life force. It's that energy coursing through that tiger, ready to leap at any moment. That's exactly how supernova souls are feeling right now. At the gate, let me go. It's been enough of this playing small. And that very much fits the passion of the tiger. The tiger people have a magnetic personality. They are ruled by destiny. They have to follow and take action according to their desires. They're extremely driven. Now, this is a cool energy, though, because they are all about balancing the career and the full expression of their potential, their passion. So they don't just have a regular job, right? Like tigers, it's all about having a career that's fully in alignment with that deep inner passion. But they do a beautiful job of balancing family. They're very family oriented. Even though they're solitary creatures, they also are very maternal and family oriented. So there's a humanitarian energy to, just like Aquarius with tiger, of the needs of the whole, always keeping in mind, and as a goal, trying to do what's best for everyone. So that's a really powerful energy to bring together the creation power that's coiled up and ready to go, but for the good of all. And this is another thing associated with the tiger is generosity. So it really fits the changes that we're trying to make in our wealth revolution, coming out of this transactional, what can I get from you type of world, and into this like, hey, let's bring forward what we have and share that with the world. So there's a drive to help others and to seek justice. Tigers will stand up for what's right and true, and they are not scared, won't back down, can be outspoken. This is something we could also use in our world right now rather than the muzzling of the voice. So it brings an energy of that social progress is possible and can be that altruism and an energy of, hey, let's take care of the whole clan. So tigers have a confidence like we associate with lions. They inspire fear and respect. Nobody's going to hang out with a tiger and really go challenge that tiger. But of course, that's that lonely place as well. But the tiger energy brings us an opportunity to overcome fear and to take those leaps, to take those risks. Tiger energy is strong-willed. It can be stubborn and obstinate because they're so single-focused on their goals. So they're not frightened by competition because tigers are actually so unique in their expression and as seen in the Chinese Zodiac that they don't really have competition because they're doing it their own way. Again, exactly why it can be so lonely. They hate to be told what to do. They're unique and free-thinking individuals. They have their own brand. But then there is this aspect, this solitude that is the price to pay for authority. But The water tiger is speaking to coming together. Water is about the energy of the group and the family and relationships and love and contentment and joy and abundance. So it's a beautiful energy of coming forward with our strength and passion and purpose, but not at the cost. It's actually now time for us to come back together in the strength of the individuals, but in that powerful group as supernova souls working together in very deliberate consciousness. So Tiger has this energy. The main thing is this energy of action. Like we were talking about, the ox had strength, but it was just kind of stuck in one place in a way, kind of holding the line. Now it's time to move that line and really bring the manifest change that we all know is coming. So 2022 is a year of action and change. It's a very refreshing energy, although it can be quite scary, just like that tiger. Tiger energy is very driven, and they can be quick-tempered. So with the water element and the tiger element together, it's very powerful emotions. But this is the thing, we live in the society of suppression. And so there's so much power in all that's suppressed inside of us coming forward to finally be expressed. And this is everything that has to do with the creation energy. And so that this is an activation. The astrology and the year of the water tiger are all speaking to this, the power of creation energy that's been suppressed for so long, but is now returning. And so we're getting used to this. It's a whole different way of being in our body, connected and aware of physical form, energy, awakening the Kundalini energies are a permission with the planetary energetic changes to finally be able to really work with creation energy in the higher chakras. As we move into this active role as co-creators and participants in finally taking action in the world that we know is possible. So Tiger has an energy of getting stuff done, very powerful, positive aspect of Capricorn. Interesting that we have massive bloom of Capricorn energy that is ushering in this Chinese New Year. And double retrograde, and it's of Venus and Mercury at the very beginning of this new year, Chinese New Year, and it's that feeling of that tiger being held back at the gate, just like that power that's coiled up and ready to be released. Massive energy of overcoming challenges and achievements. And so this is definitely an energy of hard work paying off. Now that Pluto is getting to the end degrees of Capricorn, making it to 27 degrees this year, we are talking about a completion of the Pluto in Capricorn. And it's been all about breakdown of the old structures. But now we're building those new structures and starting to see the effect of all this energetic work we've been doing, and start to begin to see it in our world. That's really the energy of 2022. Now, the water energy is in Chinese astrology is associated with wealth and abundance. So this very much fits the North Node Taurus and Uranus and Taurus conjunction that will be happening in July and August. And the water is also amplifies the vital force, if you think about it, because the vital force is movement and flow, and water is about the nurturing nutrients and what is needed for growth and flow. So it's about flowing nutrients and nutrition and nurturing. So it's like there's a nurturing of spirit and life force. So water amplifies the vital force and brings health. So we're bringing health to this energy of chi, or Kundalini or life force energy that's beginning to come back and available to us. So as much as Tiger is a leader and out there and not scared to be seen and stand up for other people and take action and take risks, the water element brings an energy of discreetness, kind of like it's kind of exactly the dynamic of supernova souls. You are a natural leader. You've been a leader in past lives, but you now are, because of karmic reasons, typically supernova souls shy away from leadership. It's the reluctant leader. And so this water tiger is really stirring up these latent potentials and roles that a lot of times the most powerful past life picture of when we were really fully expressing our gifts and skills, and those skills that we're most skilled at, we have the most experience, often that energy is the most repressed inside of us. Like, we can't access it because it's so powerful and so magical. So the year of the tiger is about definitely the water energy. It's enhancing the dreams and bringing forward a real recognition and meeting of your true self, meaning represented by, perhaps a past life picture where you are more fully expressing your gifts and skills. And this is the beautiful energy of Tiger and the water in accessing, those memories and beginning to live from this place of confidence in this huge amount of skills that you have from past lives. Like, literally, instead of just having it as a concept, like, I know there's more inside of me, but this energy is more about like, oh, I'm sensing and feeling, I can see a picture of it, and I can embody and change my vibration to fit that more full expression of these gifts and skills from your past lives that might not be accessible, but it's like exactly what you want to be working with right now. No wonder we haven't been able to really feel like we can move forward, because our most potent skills and gifts are the most hidden and repressed. But that's what we want to be doing. So there's a huge energy for the year of the water tiger for career change, because that tiger brings that element of like, you don't just do a career, you live your passion, and your career fits into that, or it is that. And so if we've been living a life as supernova souls, but we're disconnected from our deeper gifts and skills, and as those start to bloom and come forward, that's probably going to mean, a career change and a beautiful opportunity to step more fully into the truth of who we really are. So the water brings, this internal, we're talking about this internal, more discreet energy to the tiger. So it's an interesting dynamic. And maybe that mirror picture can help us overcome this fear of our leadership potential, because it's becoming more and more clear every day that the cream is rising to the top, and those souls that have been, like the tiger, brave enough to stand up to the against the tyrannies of this world, that will be rewarded. And there's fewer and fewer souls with this level of soul strength. And that's you, supernova soul. That's why you went through all you went through, and you're, to be fully prepared for this incarnation right now. And there's a lot of power in that. But the water generally has more of like a calm, quiet, reserved. But just like the tiger is actually the gentle giant until you get them into the corner. And then you better watch out. And that's kind of what's been going on with supernova souls and awake conscious beings. It's like, okay. No, not okay. And leaders for the world, where we have the strength and courage to live our truth in our own way, just like the tiger. So water has an energy, like we're talking about family, community, and an emotional energy. So this is a very important part of this 2022 year of the water tiger. And again, it's this beautiful merging of this element of like this personal power and courage to take risks and make the changes you need to make, come into that truth, more true vision and understanding, energetic resonance with who you really are, what you really have to offer. But then also this energy of family and community. So it's about those leaders coming together, supernova souls activated into your power and then coming together to work together on this co-creation. So the year of the tiger, the water tiger and the tiger together in 2022, this is some of the predictions or energetic indications of the year of the water tiger, is sudden disruptions, because that is an energy of this action, right? But then the water has such a power to it. But the sudden disruptions in our life might be in our home, our relationships, or our career. Mostly career feels like, but also wherever our life, it's like all this Pluto energy we've had, like wherever our life isn't in alignment with the deeper truth of who we are, those structures are up for review. And the tiger energy is giving us the strength and power to make the changes that we need to make. And maybe we don't even get to think about it because it's like sudden disruptions. And that's powerful because that's also the energy of Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius. And if the tiger is associated with Aquarius, with Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, coming together with the North Node of the moon is our future direction. It's like, how are we going to get to go, where we're going? And Uranus is the revolutionary planet. So it's breaking apart it's disrupting vibrationally our best laid plans. If we're still trying to live in 3D, it's not going to work. So that fits this energy of sudden disruptions in the structures of our everyday life. Again, having the courage to take big leaps and risks can really pay off in the year of the tiger. With a water tiger, it's about following our intuition. So this is a really good energy because it's like feeling into, as we come more in touch with life and life force and take back our energy and our power, using this energy to feel. It's a completely different relationship we're being asked to have with the physical reality, time. And that means a whole different way of creating and moving forward and manifesting. Whereas in 3D, it was like, I'm going to make a plan and I'm going to figure out what timing I should do this and no. It's like, throw all that shit out the window. It's not going to work. And Year of the Fire of the Water Tiger gives us a really great resonance with this, of feeling our way in our working with the universe and co-creating, and using our intuition and feeling our way into like, hey, this, because when we try to plan and move forward in the old ways and the 3D ways, then we're going to miss those magical opportunities, and it's very disconcerting though at first, especially this ego death experience of like not being in control, losing our whole sense of self. It's because who you thought you were isn't who you really are. It's a first step to cracking open that star seed, that beautiful gifts and skills and magic you brought in here with you. So that's a big energy. The water nurturing the tiger action, it's about birth. So it's a year to run with your wildest dreams. And it's a year for family and interpersonal relationships. So it's very different, though, from the family and interpersonal relationships, the karmic relationships that have been so center stage for supernova souls, breaking these lineage and ancestral family karmic contracts. We've been really heavy doing that stuff. So these relationships and interpersonal energies coming in are not based on karma, but based on those soulmate connections, and very powerful year for that. It's a year for switching careers and for team building and getting back into those creative projects that you have put aside, and understanding how important that is, that passion has to be center stage. This is how we grab a hold of that life force It's only when it's in action. This is an interesting energy. We know that we've heard that free energy exists and it's around the corner. And this is based on Tesla technology. And the basic construct of free energy is perpetual motion, right? And so that's the feminine form of electricity. And it's like our heartbeat. Do we ever think about that? Like, how does our heartbeat just keep beating? You know, these are deep mysteries that we just gloss over and haven't really understood. And so this creation energy is so important because it's getting us in touch with that life force energy. It's like that feeling of being lost in your project, and that you're like totally in that Zen present moment co-creation energy, and really, really important. That perpetual motion, so free energy is perpetual motion, and that tells us. It's weird because when you take that bigger picture, look at this whole evolution and how it's been about holding back time, holding back evolution, holding back life force, like suppression in our medical system. And so tiger bringing this energy of action and the flow of water, it's all about taking back that life force and seeing the power in the flow, in the movement, and because the perpetual motion creates all this electricity, but it does need a spark to get it going, you know? And so this is the energy of 2022. So definitely this energy of being rewarded for taking risks, and it's that go big or go home. It's like, okay, are we going to make the leap? Because we can't crawl back into the old way of doing things. We can't crawl back into the old comforts of what we thought, even though it didn't feel good, but it was, at least we were used to it, right? And it's kind of like, And this is because of, it has a big, the combination of energies here, the intense emotions of the energy of the tiger and the water emotions. It's not going to allow us to be so complacent in life. You know, it just won't work. And so those emotions and that power is actually a huge catalyst to take our life back, take our life force back. So the tiger has this energy of quick action, and that really fits this like unexpected change of events, perhaps. And also, we have, it speaks of that coiled energy. Like that's a big part of the technology of free energy, is the coils that the energy can move through and with the motion. And so it's like that energy is coiled up and ready to go. And the emotions and expression of how we really feel that's been pent up for so long is a part of it. And so by our, but action is going to be how things resolve, right? It's like we've been so stuck for so long in this heavier emotional energy, and it's just like wallowing in it, So when you do feel intense emotions come up, taking action and moving in your life, cleaning your house, getting exercise, taking action is going to be the remedy. So dreams can be really powerful in the water, with the water element. And because the tiger and the water together, tiger is generous, and then water has an energy of abundance. So there can be, in Chinese astrology, they say refrain from overspending or being overly generous, but that's a really great energy for this time, because it's like we've got to move into the free energy, a complete different relationship to time and reality and physical form and wealth, and outside of that transactional energy and into the gift economy where we're offering what we have. And so it's a very powerful combination of energies with the astrology of 2022, the numerology of 2022, and this water tiger energy. It's a feeling of all or nothing, which is something that sounds scary, but we know we're there at this place. There's no turning back. And we can't do ascension partially. We have to go with our whole body and our whole self and our whole determination. That's exactly the energy of the tiger. And tiger brings a dynamism and intense activity. So it's like finally feeling like you can, like all these projects that you've just kind of been like, oh, someday, maybe after I do my laundry, which is a big enough project, but actually having the energy to do stuff. So the movement of the emotions, right? Because it's like the water energy, but then the action of the tiger is where the medicine is, because it's like moving the emotions, moving that stuck energy, coming out of suppression and into action and creation. So the whole energy of the year of the water tiger is about new adventures and renewed devotion and passion for life, which might just save us. So the year of the tiger is a powerful opportunity for us to get into alignment with those deeper skills and gifts and treasures, to have the strength and the courage to take the risks in our career and our life, to fully live and take that leap into the new dimensional energies, trust in that free energy system, that fifth dimensional energy to catch us, and begin in this beautiful but totally different co-creation process. So we're going to start off this Chinese New Year with a Aquarius New Moon activation. So the Chinese New Year always happens on the second new moon after the solstice, and that's the Aquarius New Moon. The Aquarius New Moon is the marker that moves us into Chinese New Year. So the Aquarius New Moon activation for 2022 that's happening on January 31st is a great opportunity to set your course and your vibrational resonance with this year of the tiger. And so you can look out for that live activation. If you miss it, don't worry, you can go get the replay at any time. If you want to tap in to this transition and this shift into the year of the water tiger and be fully present to get those messages and clarity and healing and activation that can move you forward in just the right way. So I hope to see you there at that live activation or on the replay for the Aquarius New Moon. Have a wonderful and beautiful year of the water tiger. I hope that you can find the strength and courage to claim back that life force and energy and run with your wildest dreams, which is, that energy is just, it's like movement is what is uncovering. It's like we've been trying to uncover our gifts and skills and trying to do all of our work and cleansing and healing. And it's like, no, it's forward motion and moving into that energy that's going to reveal the sacred treasures inside. And the year of the water tiger is the perfect avenue for us to step into that journey and begin to find each other for this beautiful co-creation process that we came here to do. So I hope you have a wonderful year of the water tiger 2022, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.